So on screen, you should see basically the makings of my first event, even though really everything I've shown you so far for my own custom mystery is pretty much a placeholder. And in fact, the mystery itself is a placeholder because I think I mentioned earlier that I wanted to make it for a certain custom character. I don't know if I'm going to do that. Basically, it's all still in the works. Also, I hit quick link just to really randomize the random item stats and or 3 custom mysteries, because otherwise we are going with 2 custom mysteries. Actually, I would have needed to change something if I could, but hey, also I'm pretty sure I forgot to remove certain things. I was busy in the past 24 hours. But as we get into Aaron Amnesiac once more, let's do this one more time before we move on. We'll not use Heat Wave this time. I forgot to take that out. But we do want to use the order ticket at least once. We also might as well use the Lost Wallet once. And off we go. That gives us funds, I'm pretty sure, as we get second mystery, strength, light, Toxicon, second encounter, and maybe a charisma check. But we definitely want to make sure we put the hardware store here. I might shift between custom characters because I think if I'm not... No, I'm not going to say what I was going to say. Never mind. But otherwise, let's do our spell and move on. So I randomly put in 1 or 2 mysteries. But let's see if I remember this correctly, because I would have needed to add in a third if I had 3 custom mysteries. So what do we have on our plate today? We have Date again. I swear this is RNG. Oh my goodness. Scissors, Battlefields, Ward, and Botanist. That's actually, you know, I would have preferred any other mystery to Date, because Date has a couple of Doom procking things in the middle of its linked events, if I recall correctly. I'm not sure though. If that does happen, though, then barring like Labyrinth or a Forced Cult boss, or I think there are 2 other mysteries like Goal and something else, yeah, I would have not liked to have done that. But otherwise, Battlefields is again my custom mystery that's really just a placeholder. It has 5 investigations, so Doom isn't so bad. And considering we have Ward as well, although I think I put in the let's take Bonus first. Although I think I put in the hardware store, so I don't get to grab the hospital pass, but that's fine. We're Miku, so we want a bit of Doom anyway. I would not like to reroll. Is this a higher damage sledgehammer? I think the Monkey Wrench is still best in slot here. Well, I'm using very specific terms, but you get the point. Monkey Wrench is probably going to be better. 5 damage, 75 speed, I think is faster than it is normally, and it costs 3 funds, which is a lot less than it would cost normally, so we'll take it. Now that being said, Aaron can just slap us in the face here at any moment with a bad effect, but we have to be somewhat prepared for it. Or it could grant us a lot of good events, like a lot of empty bottles. I think there's a reason, so we'll just take the Doom instead. And finally, let's get our stats up, because again, with the Miku specifically, there are I think there's 1 stat decrease effect on Aaron for each stat. If I'm wrong, well, feel free to correct me, because I keep saying I need to look through these things. I end up not doing so. And yeah, you could say, as we kind of tangent off, you could say that ruins the immersion a little bit, but at some point, I would like to know if I'm not hitting an effect that I should be hitting, or if I'm just hitting an effect over and over that I accidentally am. So, we do get handcuffs for this. Does it matter? Maybe if we hit the 75%, otherwise we have to throw the empty bottle, which we do have to throw now. So, oh my goodness, what happened to my... Oh, that's right. Empty bottle needs brackets and not a parentheses. That I completely forgot. If there's any takeaway from this video, I forgot for a moment until it slaps me in the face again. I should really just change that in myself. There's no reason for me to have forgotten that. But can we do 2 attacks and at what accuracy? Not good accuracy. So instead, I think we can go for a brace kick. Hopefully this hits. That way I don't have to hurt myself as much. Trying to get out of this encounter. This is 16 damage, but the point was we needed to hit the other attack in the last turn. Probably could have done a kick if I recalled my mind correctly, because, hey, we probably only needed 3 damage to break thresholds there, but if we die here, this would be quite bad. Aaron gives us a town effect. We end up reasoning out, and off we go. I don't know what to blame for this early reason loss, but we just have to hope for the best. We roll a 12. Okay, RNG's not on my side either. And yeah, we cross our fingers and really hope we don't die, because our Doom is already shooting up through the roof. So, again, Aaron is a fun mixed bag of fun. Whether in the winning sort of fun, where everyone's happy, or the not so happy sort of fun, where you just get really unlucky. So there's the perception increase. Don't need it, but proving the point that at least stats get their increases and decreases, and of course all of our stats could just get set to 6, which is more helpful later, earlier in the run, but more harmful later, especially for Miku, whose stats all increase as Doom increases. Although that would have to proc very late in the run, but it's not impossible. Nothing is impossible on Aaron. There are some things that are impossible on Aaron, but a lot of in-game effects Aaron will cover and proceed to grant you effects or slap you in the face with negative effects. So, because we don't have a thingy-majiggy, and in fact we now also have one dead inventory slot, I'm pretty sure I could have used that Tome of Rot, but I'm deciding not to use it for the moment. Or I'm deciding not to use it. And we need to make sure we don't pick up any other empty bottles. Basically, these bottles are... I mean, if we want to immerse ourselves, these bottles are empty, but actually a waste, as opposed to empty bottles that are usable, where we can actually use them. But, I need to take Scissors Reward for... no, we take Dates. We can't just run from the Boss of Ward. It's just that our Doom is a bit high. And also, because we're on Amnesiac, we're not leveling up yet. I've completely... No, actually, could I have? Yeah, I could have assessed that last enemy. Never mind. I didn't run into 2 enemies yet, did I? Well, that's interesting. Am I gonna be okay here? Timeline A, we are definitely going to do the sigil. So triangle, cup and ball. 5 strength. Nope, 5 charisma, but it rolled a 9 plus 2 anyway, so I wouldn't have passed that even if that was a strength check. Or any of my stats, really. But as our Doom decreases a little bit, and we are in Scissors, we'll do our best to survive. So, that being said, I don't think Heat Wave would help me as much as I think, because we are dealing with... we're dealing with an all-in enemy anyway, so I don't want to lose the stamina, of which I have just as many. We're going to risk this, by the way. Okay, fine. We're not going to heal that much anyway. I think that's max stamina. I'm going crazy. And with that, the Unhinged Dentist. So, we get to prep attack. Do I want to do this? Yes, but at what cost? I mean, it's -1 all. I'd rather throw the wooden bat. I was going to say empty bottle, but it's not a real empty bottle. And the wooden bat at something. Period. That's the end of the sentence for the moment. Am I gonna be okay? Can I brace? No, my brace action feels a lot slower. Is that because my action speed is slower? No. Yes, defensive actions are slower, so that's quite harmful, actually. A 10% boost, or 10% slower speed, or faster action speed, means quite a lot. And we know this because Ico has nearly the same effect. Even if it is only, like, 0.95. Let's just go over the numbers really quickly. So, just to give you numbers so that you're not just saying, oh, that's just your opinion, Jordan. So, when the brace action, again, it is 165 minus strength times 8. So that means with the strength stat of 5, let's just keep it kind of simple for the moment, Brace would have an action speed, is it 165 or 175? Just assume it's 165, because the numbers will, conceptually, I'll explain. So, Brace is 165, minus 5 times 8, strength times 8, which in this case would be, well, not Miku, but if your strength is 5, it's 40, so 125 would be your, yeah, that sounds right. 125 would be your Brace action speed. And I forgot if multipliers happen after that. You know what? I can actually just calculate. We need to do this now because it actually helps, at least if no one else, me, for thinking with things. So, we're going to open this calculator app and see. So, 65, I put 55, we're not doing dodge. Minus 48 times 1.1? No, it's not that. So, that it has to be the base speed, right? 165 times 1.1 minus, in this case, 48. Yeah, so 133.5, which is what it's showing on screen. So it takes your base brace time action, and then does the stats. So what I mean by this is I don't have an on-screen thing. I could actually just, you know what? Let's just do an on-screen thing. Why not? Let's go over this now, because this will be important to talk about later. And if for no one else, then for me, but really it's for you too, the viewer. So if I can find the OBS and do stuff. So I'll give you this screen to look at if I don't accidentally do something different. And I don't do something really, really different. So let's just make sure that I'm showing you what I want to show you, because I do have game dev stuff in the back, and I don't want to do that stuff or other World of Horror stuff. So if we transition to this, basically my image program, and I just draw something on the screen, or actually just type this out. You know what? We'll just type this out. So brace equals one. Normally it equals 165 minus stat. And this is from my other video, but we'll just do it here because why not? Times 8. So that means, hopefully that appears, yeah, that appears on screen correctly. That means, and yes, I do have the silver medium font. When you have a, this is a 1.0 multiplier. Otherwise, down below, 1.1 would be brace equals 165 times 1.1. Basically, that's what I mean by this. Another way to say it is that this is 165 times, and I know I'm pushing the stat over, just bear with me, means 165 times action multiplier. So that's all I really want to say, so that you can see what's happening on screen. Otherwise, let's get back to the game, because let's get back to the game. I think that's the first. It's been a while since I did some OBS magic, even though that wasn't much magic. That was more like just a simple coin flip. But you know what is a coin flip? Me bracing here. Oh boy. We might as well brace though. I think we can get her within. Yeah, if we hit this kick, we can just do desperate prep strong. So yeah. Again, all that debating, but I hope that helped someone out. Just to kind of figure things out, and if nothing else, for me to retain that knowledge, because I thought it was the calculation times the action speed, in this case defensive action multiplier. No, it was not. And yeah, just to prove the point, we can't fill this empty bottle. That would be interesting to see, because that would have meant, as we take date, as we take date here, that that for some reason, if say the empty bottle, even though it's not exactly correct, if it had turned into a water bottle, that would mean that World of Horror parses the text of bottle, or Texas, it takes in symbols, and it would have treated the bracket and parentheses the same, which has a lot of interesting implications, although technically that would be a bug. No, literally that would be, no, yeah, figuratively that would be a bug. If it was literally, there would actually be a bug somewhere in real life. But you get what I'm trying to say. At this point, and if you don't, just know that a lot of funky programming stuff would have been interesting to look at. I would like 8 strength, but you know what? Just because I know Aaron can be Aaron, I will instead do anything else. You know what would be nice, though? On top of just lowering our luck, because I want the experience, would be to grab a pack of cigarettes. We do get a brick as well, but we'll take a pack of cigarettes because maybe I fight this enemy. We have 2 handcuffs, by the way, so all things considered, could just fight the boss of Ward and be pretty good. I'm pretty sure these choices do matter. Also note my doom is increasing. I think that was an effect of an event, but I guess we'll find out. So, as we move onward here, I don't remember my second encounter at all because I did my thing. I think it was something in Scissors. It had to be the, no, we didn't. We fought something in Scissors, but I don't think we fought a mid-boss. Yeah, that's how I got this Cursed Signs curse, through the mid-event in Scissors. But I did fight something in my first encounter. Well, I'll try to remember later. Oh my goodness, stats really don't matter, man. I haven't been keeping in mind, as Aaron removes experience, about Aaron effects, but you know, would be nice to be a lot better. Nope. RNG still saying nah. Could just leave, but we need this diary for maybe good reasons. So skim, diary, does that grant me an effect? +1 experience when investigating, so we're getting super experience now. Kick actions are slower, that makes me a little sad. We need to skip this boss. Nope, never mind. Never mind. No, this thankfully is a nicer boss. Unfortunately, we are still losing -1 reason, but hopefully it's not as bad. Oh, we have a mangled hand, by the way. Well, we can try to fix that in Ward. So, off we go. I completely forgot about that, by the way. Where did I get that mangled hand? Anywho. We need 2 funds for that, by the way. Also, I haven't been using my order ticket. We'll use it twice just to kind of make up for things, but we do have other problems on our hands. So, with this level up, I need to get adrenaline. I think instead, as we don't get adrenaline, we need to heal stamina. We'll take survival instinct just in case. We do have stamina to use. Could have drank this champagne, but it's fine. Yeah, we're going to sell this nice ring instead, or use it to get 2 funds. Right after that, though, I need to start burning things. We cannot, unfortunately, use these cans of Eldsoft because we will doom out. I mean, we'll doom out a lot faster. We're probably going to doom out anyway, lose to Doom, but yeah, and funny enough, I'm taking my own custom mystery last because it's the easiest, but because we have the full 8 I'm pretty sure it's 8 investigations. Even if it was like 6, I promise you we have a lot of investigations to go through. So we need to hope for all the good RNG in the world. I'm pretty sure with this pack of cigarettes we can one-shot the boss here with handcuff. If we didn't have handcuff tech, by the way, I think it's near a 2-turn. We need to gamble on luck. Oh no, I used the corpse. Oh, my luck decreased. How will I ever pass this 10 luck? I've said this before, but oh my goodness. Never mind, I'm just combo breaking myself by seeing more 12 rolls. I'm shaking my head silently here, but what can I really say that the game doesn't say for myself? So, would have actually liked to have used the thingamajiggy here, but it's fine, because we're out in 2 turns anyway. And I think Prepare Action also Aaron has a specific effect. Also, I've just been taking Mangled Hand, by the way. I completely forgot about it, but that's because I've just been going crazy. So yeah, without further ado, I did that to myself to some extent. But RNG is also not nice.